Good morning, folks. It's 7:56. Hey there, Herky baby. How you doing, huh? How's the big man? It's July 10th, Sunday, July 10th, 2016, 7:57 a.m. 7 is spiritual, 5 is physical movement. Everything's moving spiritually. That's about the spiritual movement. That's something I'm offered to tell you about. It's male energy on the other side. It's an older soul. He's a friend of mine, and I hope he doesn't get stupid. I woke up this morning really pissed. And my legs locked up for not having enough water in my body. You know, those muscle cramps you get through your body. I know how to deal with them. I know how to deal with them, but still pain in the butt. And I was mad. I was dying to jump up and make a quick video. Just about the truth. Like it always is. What's there. About the other side, how they're screwing up right now. My buddy over here is saying, don't tell him, don't tell him. You'll have repercussions later, and you know, I don't care. If you tell the truth and you put it out there, that's the only way anything can grow, anything can come out. Now, your private lives, hey, you know, keep that private. You don't need to tell everyone about your private life and every mistake you've made, but when you know something and you're here to talk to people and tell them about things, and maybe you should do just that, you know? On the other side, I'm going to explain this in more depth in a minute. It'll annoy some people and make some people happy, especially the people that want to, they think they're loading up their guns with ammo to shoot me, which is so funny. It's so funny. It's like being in a sandbox and an ant pushing a grain of sand in your way. They don't understand they're not effectually doing anything. And they're not waking up, which is what they need to do. You can't stop me. Nothing can. Not here, not on the other side, nowhere. I'm talking about what I am inside, not this physical body I'm in at the moment. I'm in it. I'm part of it. It's barely a part of me. If I wasn't what I am as far as spirit source, then it wouldn't be part of me at all. What's left on the other side now, literally I've killed almost everything over there that's any kind of problem. There's other stuff that wants to keep the old format, doesn't understand better, and the stuff on the other side says, these are good beings, but we want you to take them and lock them up. You know, put them away. So that way when you come home it's nice and clean, and I'm like, get me the hell out of this body, or I'll come home and kill all of you. So, what they're finding out is they keep sending this stuff, it gets aggressive towards me, tries to run me or attacks me, and I kill it permanently. Permanently. And that's still going on. But all of a sudden they're backing away, and they're saying, okay, this ain't gonna stop. Duh. Really? These angels that came from Lily and Ara, I call them my angels. They don't belong to me. They come from a big part of what I am. What I actually am is 54% of what Ara is, okay? That's how big a focal point is. Because of the way I was made, with all that fortitude and everything to protect, and all those lives, and especially being beat up so hard, I just grew like crazy. I could always grow faster, stronger than anything else, and I started out that way, so there's no need for a calculator on that. These bodies are prisons, folks. They lock you in. I'm not saying there's not good moments. There are. I hope so. Hell, I want a lot more for you, all of you, but creation's wrong. Look at all the abuse. Animals killing animals just to stay alive, us eating them. All they do is serve us, and what do they get? The worst of everything. Look at what we get. Nasty. Disease, warfare, okay? Run around killing each other. I mean, it's insanity. Everything's made to abuse us, control us. Governments, look at all your religions. Christianity says what? Take a day off, and Muslim is like live like this all the time. But Christianity's pretty cool because they say their quote unquote God, which is their the original first being female, for the most part, sometimes both of them, whatever, says actually you must take a day off to praise us. No working, just praise us. Wow, does that tell you something about somebody? Yeah. Hello. Now, while I'm making that point, I want to take it a little further. Why are they like that? Cause effect, cause effect, cause effect, cause effect, cause effect, cause effect. Why are they like that? First off, when the first being was just coming together out of happenstance, too much heavy particulate matter became part of the chemical reaction and the metaphysical reaction, whatever, energetic reaction to become alive when it's becoming sentient. It's not necessary whatsoever for it to happen. So that made it 27.5% negative. And then what was it? It was the first being. I am not condoning what they've done. But I have to be realistic, and I have to say they did release parts of themselves so that we could have our own individual lives. There's thanks due for that, but there's no thanks coming for everything they did afterwards. So why do they want praise so much? Why do they want to be worshipped? Anything that's that cool to where you might think about doing that would make sure you didn't do it. If something's cool enough for praise, why would it want it? Your parents love you? I hope so. And those that do, hopefully most of them. How many times did I tell you to bow? Like before meals and when they wake up and knock on the front door to come inside the house, you have them bow. You know, sing you praise, give you money, lay offerings at your feet. Hell no. Folks, all that is senseless. If something was worth that kind of praise, it would not allow it. It sure as hell wouldn't want it. They were the first being, folks. They were alone. Loneliness is a bitch. I understand that. I really do. They were so lonely that the first being, it was so lonely that it split itself in two with a little bit of differentiation. It made two beings out of one that were both a little bit different, so it would have company, create a male and female. But it still made both parts of it, the male and female original first beings, still held that feeling, that the damage, those abuse frequencies from the feelings of loneliness. So the two of them wanted attention, they wanted praise. And one wanted to have more than the other. That comes from a little bit of negativity, which is less hard. Those of us that have heart, we appreciate getting love back, but we want to give it because that's what we are. That's what we are. Excuse me. I guess because I know I am leaving soon, um, it's time for me to put the cards out on the table. Um, Finally, not worry about the impact. I'm not worrying about the other side that much. Over here, that's different. I'm talking about everything, all creation. Folks, I look at all of it all the time. I'm sick and tired of seeing everything that's going on, the abuse daily. It's horrific. Moments of joy, yes, you have to have them, just so you don't go crazy and kill yourself, kill the body you're in. It's like driving a lease vehicle straight into a wall, and sometimes that happens, doesn't it? All they wanted was praise, more praise, more praise. They never had a life. They just wanted more praise. They were sick. It was sick from loneliness and too much heavy particulate matter, which is almost completely being removed from the first dimension. That'll be finished before long. Can't be finished until I get out of here. So I'm going to talk real blunt about myself. If you listen to what I tell you when I talk about the things that I do, all the spirit and stuff I killed, that sounds crazy. Okay? To anybody who thinks with a totally here mind, that's nuts. That's insane. You know what's even more insane? Believing in a perfect, all-loving, all-forgiving God that created hell to abuse you forever that you can't see or talk to. Folks, watch what you call insanity, because as it all downloads and comes out, the truth's here, then you'll find yourself the one that's quote-unquote insane according to your own definition. Are you really insane? No. But according to what you're saying, the true definition of insane is you'll be putting yourself inside that box, closing the lid, and putting shipping tape on it. These bodies are made. They're prisons. I've talked about how large y'all's energy is. I'm just going to touch on this for a second, okay? But there's a reason for that. I'm not into self-glorification. I don't care about that crap. What I do care about is leaving the right message, giving you information. I've told you, a lot of you that come to me, it's most of you, put you in the middle of the U.S. physically in your body, and your energy's touching both oceans. Sometimes well into it. Some of y'all are wrapped around the planet, not only a few, but that's true. Anne's energy is huge. She just needs to be able to settle down. I'll be able to help her when I get out of here. I mean, you know, in the way that I need to. I can only do so much when I'm stuck in this damn body. My energy, if you find that Alpha Centauri star, the nearest star to us, I don't mean our sun, I go a solid 4/5 the way out there. That's how far my energy goes. While I'm shoved in this body, just like y'all. Those of you that are in the middle of the U.S. and your energy's touching both oceans, when you're out of your body, when you're not shoved in your body and you're out, you're loose around free, you're all over the galaxy. All over the galaxy. Different, all of you are pretty much, you know, as big as the solar system. If you're as big as the state of New Jersey, you're as big as this solar system. When you're out of your body. So the spirit on the other side is sending the other spirit to me that's got the wrong attitude about things and wants to keep the way of abuse. It's trying to stop me from doing what I'm here to do, and they want me to take it and lock it up. I'm not. I'm just destroying the shit out of it. That's what's going on. And they're figuring it out. Okay, don't do that. Did I just repeat myself? Yes, I did. There's a reason for that. I've made this a public statement. This is going on YouTube. The other side, they're not stupid. They can't get in my head and read thoughts. They can attach to the body and mess with me. They can get in allow them inside my head to work on them to a certain point. Then when I feel something going against what I want, that part of me that's outside of me, which is most of me now, big time most of me, I just kill it. Last night they tried to fix my brain where I couldn't do that, and I felt it when I woke up. I was pissed. I have a family member, someone I love very much, a part of me physically, and he's in ICU, intensive care unit. He's had a hell of a life, nothing due to his mom or dad. It's just what was done to him. He's tired. He's tired of having to suffer daily. And they tried to, they went into my head, thought they were going to control this ability of mine to talk with that part of me out there, and I just literally lit up an energy between me and that part of me and just burnt that crap right off. Folks, there's nothing that can stop me. I don't matter, but except for my job, that's it. I don't want anything except for people to be okay and free to do what they want. I'm a janitor, man. I care about having a nice building for everyone to work or play in, whatever. If someone starts hurting something else, I'm going to jump on that like a ton of stone. Some of you know that. It's funny. I'm so close to making things so good for so many, and I'm still dealing with idiots on the other side. But like I said earlier, some of those angels for me and Lily, Ara and Lily, excuse me, are actually keeping other stuff away. It's like, stay back. He's having serious issues today. There's some source over there very much involved in this. A lot of it's body, spirit, body. It's spirit, but it's like solar plexus only. When that's by itself, it's not intelligent. Stars have never had lives, but yet they kind of do, because they are an embodiment of energy and everything else. Okay, but it's not the same as having a life the way we do. So they're like basic solar plexus energy without other stuff. So they're, as a rule, they're not extremely intelligent. They're strong. I got attacked by them a long time ago. All this stuff, all these attacks I'm talking about are out of body. You know, it's free spirit running around. Things are going to change. There's a lot of good things about what we have and who we are. And we all came from the first being who suffered, but would not stop. Would not stop. So what it made to protect did exactly that. Protected until the protection necessary was destroying them. What am I? Other than like the janitor, whatever. Well, I'm your oldest brother, I guess. Excuse me. If we think of things in those terms, that's funny. I'm being hammered by the other side. You're not your father. And I said, no, it's a whole different thing. On the other side, the way they look at things, they think like, oh, the original first being is like father. Animals, the rest of them, they call me father. It's not a physical thing. It's like the one who's taking caring for us, taking care of us. I've always gotten along with them so well because that's what I do. I care for. I'm the dirty guy in the garden trying to take care of the plants. I'm the guy with the mop inside the house, the building, trying to keep it clean and fix the funky doorknobs when they get loose. If necessary, I'll show up with a crane, tear it down, and build a new one, and that's what we're doing now. I understand equality. I understand equal rights. On this planet, I've said before, this is my 220,000th life. I've been black and a slave more than anything else. I put out a video before about, I got stuff to send off, I just forgot. Anyway, I put a video out before about what it's like to be a slave. One of my lives, when I was taken by the Dutch from South Africa over to Virginia Beach. I didn't take crap. I was huge. I was the biggest guy in the tribe. They drugged us, and we had a big festival. The chief sold us. He kept a few of the young braves, the ones that were really loyal to him, and the woman, most all the women. Just sold us. We had this big festival, which is about fertility of the earth, fertility of us. It's like a spring festival, and then we all woke up. The stuff that we were drinking, it was tainted, and we all woke up on the ship in the morning. We were in shackles. I should do another video about that. At the same time, I don't want to stir stuff up, but I think people ought to have the truth of what it's like. There's no one alive today that actually had to go through that kind of scenario the way it happened back then. When we took off in the ships in the bottom, that's where they kept us in it. In the bottom, the water was like this. By the time we got there from leakage, it was like this. Okay, but it's not just that. You think they'd let us go overboard to, go up out of the hull of the boat and go up to go to the bathroom? No. Y'all have no idea what that was like. Okay, I'm getting a little pissed. The inhumane treatment. And everything was run to do that. It all started from the original first being male and female. Abuse them, make them bigger. We're going to have more praise machines. And each one of them, the male and the female, they said, I'm going to have more than you. I'm going to have more than you. It's just sick. That's the sickness of creation. That's why creation is the way it is. And it started with the first life ever, Lily and Eric. That's why those books are so important. This is how it started. Okay? Some of you are tired of seeing these books. Tough. They're gonna be around a long time. No one's gonna be forced to do anything, but when somebody wants to know something, they're gonna be directed to where the truth is for whatever they want to know. You want to know about you, who you are, where you came from? Bingo. I understand why the original first being was the way it was. But when something has a problem and it's hurting others and it recognizes it and continues to go the wrong way, abusing, and something's made to be a protector, sooner or later, there's going to be a party. A nasty one. So, if you were that person, I mean, think about it. What would you do? I've had people that can actually see some of the stuff I've done, killing spirit, and it's, some people say, you have no right. I said, really? When you're attacked, I'm the first person you're going to call. So what do you want me to tell you? I'd like to help you. I'd like to protect you from this thing driving you insane, but I don't have the right. It could change its mind. I don't have the right to do that. And that's the person that's going to scream the loudest. Things are what they are. You see that, you try to understand it, and then you see what you want to do about it, if you can do anything. Act, react, act, react. So anyway, that's what I was all about. I realize I'm talking about myself as past tense, but these videos are going to be around a while, folks. And I just want to say this before I do go. Creation was made to be brutal, to raise praise machines for the original first being male and female, because they suffered pretty hard from loneliness, because they were the very first being, were the first creation. That's how all this insanity started. It's being changed. You cannot have a full normal life when you're in a physical body, taking abuse and get hammered more and more and more. You get out of the body and you have all these abuse frequencies in you. In the video when I was talking about the new ARC, Abilities Release console, I talk about your energy, what's going on, and what you're inside, but one of the things I do is I pull these abuse frequencies out of you. I call them negative frequencies. Well, they're negative to you, but they're not. It's not so much negative as it's negative for you. They're sick frequencies. I should have used that word, the proper word on that, the abuse frequency instead of negative. I realize people like to hang on individual little words, and I try to be as correct as I can, but the main thing is I got to get the thought process out. Folks, this is all about all of you. People, animals, plants, planets, stars, the Fae, everything. Beautiful plants. I need to do a better job of explaining the Gaia's energy that she released to create a whole bunch of little beings for the planet. They're the little beings inside water. I've mentioned them before, but as a matter of fact, Mr. Emoto, cool guy. That'll help you understand how water makes changes. It's alive. A whole bunch of little beings in there. Very alive. It feels your love. And its essence, it was part of Gaia. So all this stuff, all this insanity that I've talked about, as far as some people are concerned, it's trying to prepare you for what's coming. Things labeled as New Age are usually a breakaway from religions and stuff, but they get all caught up in a whole bunch of junk. There is a new time coming, and it is the age of enlightenment. It's about you becoming yourself, your true self. And once you do that, you're enlightened to who you really are, what's around you, how we all fit together as family. And again, the books. How did it start? Where did it come from? Where are we going? That's enlightenment. To become aware. Everyone, oh, enlightenment. That's when everything's no. That's when you're aware. That's awareness. When you become enlightened to the truth of who you are. That's what it's about. Not some goofy old fart in overalls. I'm like this for a reason, and it's the right reason. 100 years from now, there'll be 100 people on this planet cranking people up. They won't try to form a group. I don't see that happening. If they were to try, it would be stopped on the other side by me, what I really am. Won't be allowed. Anytime you praise something, anytime people try to make something about themselves, you have problems. When you go to praise something yourself, then you're saying it's better than you, and it is not. And anytime you're trying to make something about yourself, like a bunch of source trying to make something about them, that's arrogance, which leads to excessive abuse every time, every single damn time. What's on the other side doesn't know how to run things. What I am inside and the major focal points of Lily, that's why they need to be there. It's time for this to happen. I'm going to hold things straight until Lily's back. And there's White Tiger Lily. She's over there. She's healing and looking a lot better, by the way. When I'm myself again, not stuck in it. It's like being glued to a car. You can't get out. Your hands are glued to the steering wheel. Like it almost becomes, for me, it's like it becomes part of it. Can't get out of the seat. As soon as I'm free to be what I really am, then a lot of stuff's going to happen. You'll see. I tell you to stay away from the future divination. There's a good reason for that. You should, because it's always changing. Folks, I'm not normal. I'm very different for a reason. It's my job. I was made like this in the very beginning. I was made to do this. I'm not a savior or something like that. I've had all kinds of silly stuff said. I mean, that's crazy. I'm your oldest brother that cares about you and wants to take care of you and the rest of the family. That's all. I'm nothing special, but I am special ops. It's my job. A fireman might be able to bake a cake, but you're going to catch him putting out fires. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's made to do. That's where his heart flows. But he might enjoy baking cakes too. But all in all, he's a fireman. That's what's coming. Actually, that's what's here. That's what's getting ready to happen. And our friends in space, they'll know it. They'll be here soon. They're here, but I mean, they'll be here, walking around on the earth in open. Sooner than you think. Just a few years. Wouldn't that be funny? There's serious change coming, folks. You need to start being able to realize that when you meet our other family members from other planets, they don't look like us, most of them. They're a little different. Sometimes insectoid, reptilian. Excuse me, some more amphibious. Some more like fish. The Fae, making bodies in and out of energy. Right now everyone's locked up in the physical bodies thinking religions. No. They're all false. They're praised philosophies for what no longer exists. Saying thank you is really cool. Actually, I enjoy that. I enjoy having that opportunity. So, and remember, people always say what they want, let them. It doesn't matter. What matters is you, who you are, what's in your heart. That you become yourself and you stand by yourself. The first friend you have, folks, is you. Keep that in your head. Now, there's always something out there backing you up, taking care of stuff. I'm not talking about that. Okay? Our and Lily have a job. They are the big brother and the big sister of creation. And in a lot of ways, they are mother and father to certain beings. All the Fae, a lot of these bodies, it was our and Lily energy that literally was the Adam and Eve for the different bodies on almost all the planets. Why am I getting... Whoa. It was all the planets. I shouldn't have said almost. But still, to everyone else, it's like a brother and a sister, not the body. The bodies is a little different. Who cares? It's still the same. Brother, sister. There's a lot more equality with, well, there should be, with brothers and sisters and the brothers and sisters and the parents. In most families, it should be equal straight across, and I know in some it is, and that's wonderful. Anyway, that's why I was here. That's the reason for what so many will call insanity. It doesn't matter. What matters is what needs to happen, and it basically has on the other side. About 92% of everything that has to happen for this movement to be finished is already done. It's time to give up praise, become yourself. Learn more about yourself, learn more about those around you, see about those things around you can't see, and realize you have an incredible family. Folks, there's so many Fae waiting to meet you. They got a lot of love in their hearts, man. Their Fae energy is pretty cool. They're relaxed, but they're inquisitive, like to know things. Very, 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 very similar form, huh? Very similar to human. They're so close that when they were released, they couldn't get everything separated. That's why there's Fae and human mixed. Anyway, look, folks, love you. I don't say that lightly. I just say it as a matter of fact. This is coming. It's time for you all to come alive. The truth is coming. It's going to be in your face. You're going to have to deal with it one way or the other. The choice is yours. You don't have to come alive, but it's going to be going on everywhere, and one way or the other, you can't hide from it. So hopefully, if not soon, then later, y'all will find out a little more about yourselves, about how we got here as a family, creation. And there's more stuff coming in too about the new creations coming. There's 4 new ones. So, folks, love you, man. Have a good one.